Showers, tubs, and toilets. Those are probably three of the hardest working items in our bathroom, yet people don't talk about them a lot. We talk about the pretty vanity, the pretty tile on the wall, and those are nice, but honestly, they're maybe not the hardest working part of your bathroom. I'm going to jump in today and talk about those three items. Last week, I talked about the faucets, and I thought that I was going to talk about everything together, but it was so much that I kind of couldn't, so I broke it up into two. So this week, it's showers, tubs, and toilets. So I'm going to start with showers. Basically, showers for me fall into three categories: good, better, and best. So good. So let me tell you what good is. In my opinion, a good shower is the fiberglass shower units, or if it's in a hall bath, it could be a tub shower unit that are one piece. They're all made together, and actually they go in your house during construction. They are not something that you can retrofit later, because literally when they put them in a house, a lot of times when it's new construction, they'll pop a stud out of an outside wall and just slip them into the space. They can't make the turn. They're too big to make the turns or to fit into doorways, or even once you get them in there, sometimes to get them stood up. So that's why a lot of builders use them. And you just got to think, they're a really, really good price point. I'm talking these things, I can buy them all day from my local plumbing supply house, delivered for under $500. They are completely waterproof. You don't ever have to worry about them leaking. They are repairable, so if they get a chip or a crack, they can be repaired. There's people out there that do that. I have one on speed dial because I get a lot of nicks in them before I turn them over to homeowners during the course of construction. They can just get hit. I've never had one actually get nicked in a house once I was living in it. I guess it's possible, but construction's just rough. So I think those are a good, perfectly acceptable thing to use. They get a bad name, I think, because they're called builder grade, and builder grade is kind of looked down on by some people, but honestly, I don't have a problem with these. We put them in our last house in all the girls' bathrooms. This house we did not, just because I was wanting to do something different, but I think they're super easy to clean. Yeah, they're super easy to clean, which, I mean, is at the very top of the list for me, and they don't look that bad. I mean, a lot of times you're going to cover them up with a shower curtain anyway, but you can keep them really shiny. In my last house, now I'm a little bit of OCD, but I actually would put car wax on them once or twice a year at the top. It just keeps them really shiny, and I was careful to never wash them with anything abrasive when I cleaned. So that's in my good category. In my better category would be getting a shower pan and tiling the walls. But it's still a fiberglass shower pan though, so it's kind of the same thing. It's just not the whole entire unit. You are getting the tile on the wall, which is more aesthetically pleasing than just the whole fiberglass unit. But it's a little bit more maintenance and upkeep. You know, you probably should seal your grout. You've got to keep from the top of the shower pan where the tile wall sets down on it. That is supposed to be a line of caulk in there, and it has to be maintained. So there's more to do on those. So in the better category, I've got fiberglass shower pan or a fiberglass tub with tile up the walls. And then we've got best. So in best, it's going to be your tile shower. Now, there's two different things to do with your floor on a tiled shower. You could do an enameled cast iron shower pan, and I have links to all this in the blog. That's my favorite. It actually edges out a tile shower floor. If you're going to go with a conventional size, it's like 30 to 36 inches wide and about 5 foot long. I think the enameled ones come in 4 and 5 foot long, which makes it nice if you want to do a bench in your shower. But I like those a lot better than a tile floor in my shower because they are so much easier to clean. And those enameled cast iron units are heavy and nice. They feel good. They have a low threshold, so they're easy to get in and out of. I think they win and check all the boxes. Why I did not do one in my own house, I have no idea. Like, I went brain dead, I guess. I have been disappointed about it ever since because cleaning my shower is just not fun. I have to get down on my hands and knees with a little brush and scrub in the corners and ugh. I wish I hadn't done it. And I still have to caulk. I still have to caulk where my tile floor hits my tile wall. There's a line through there that you need to maintain. If you don't, that's when you start eventually getting water back in there, and then it grows some mildew up your wall. So That's just a big mistake that I made. Okay, next are tubs. So tubs are also in 3 categories, but not good, better, and best. In tubs, it's more of an application. So first you have your alcove tub, and that's the one that sets in between 3 walls. And it normally has an apron on the front of it. So that means you have your tub, and then it comes down, and the same material that's in the tub runs down the front, whether it's fiberglass or enameled cast iron. I keep wanting to just say cast iron. That sounds like a skillet to me, but enameled cast iron. So they're really, really slick and shiny and white, and they're so pretty. They do come in other colors. I don't really recommend that because it's trendy. White reigns, like white rules, so get white. So that's the first one, an alcove tub. And then the second one is a drop-in tub. And I have one of these in my last house. So it's like you have a platform built and your tub drops in the middle of it. So the front can be tiled or have wooden panels on it. The top can be tiled or it can be solid surface. I have had my solid surface people go in before and template a piece of granite to cut and go around the edges of it. I like those because when you're in them, you've got a place always to sit things, and more decorative things, like you can put big candles in the corner or whatever. Let's see, what else do I like about those? They're typically a little bit bigger, so you've got some more space. I don't like a wide tub because if I'm in it wide, there's water over here that I'm not sitting in. Like, I don't mind a really skinny tub, but I want it to be long because I'm tall. And I don't have a long tub now, and I still do enjoy my tub. I use it every night, but I wish I could get a longer one. But the best way to do that is by having a drop-in tub. So they come in lengths like 66 and 72 inches. Mine's just a 60-inch, which is 5 feet. So I can basically just sit in it. I can't lay in it or really recline in it. So that's the second kind, the drop-in. The last is a freestanding. In the last few years, freestanding tubs have gotten to be super popular. When you first think of it, you probably think of the clawfoot tubs that were popular. I mean, they've been around for 100 years or longer, long time. Now they've got a lot that are really all kinds of shapes. They're modern shapes, transitional, traditional. You can still get the same clawfoot tub that you're probably thinking about in your mind that you saw in your grandmother's bathroom maybe. I had those at my last 2 homes. And I will say the drawback to having a freestanding tub that is enameled cast iron is that it loses heat quickly. Your water really cools off kind of fast, and I'm not wild about that. But you can get a lot of fiberglass ones that are insulated, and they hold the heat for a lot longer period of time. So I really do kind of recommend those. As far as where you would go to buy these things, again, your local plumbing house is going to be your best place to get shower bases and tubs. However, it's hard for them to have a big selection, and there is a huge selection online. So I have, on numerous occasions, gone online and purchased my tub. I still work with my plumbing supply house to get my faucet and so forth, but I have got my tub online. You can buy them on Amazon, Wayfair, Build.com. Signature Hardware is a good one that I like to use. And the nice thing about it is a lot of these places, there's a lot of, what's the little stars, reviews. And I always go in and read those because they can glean a lot. You can tell the ones that are really bad, and some of those are, you can tell when the people write them that they're just nasty and always nasty about stuff. But I do always read the reviews and weight them. So the last category is toilets. And toilets, you know, you've got a choice in your shape. So you either have a round bowl or an elongated bowl. The thing for you to remember there is if you have a really tiny bathroom, you want to get a round bowl because elongated comes out 2 inches further, and 2 inches can make a difference in a really tight bathroom. But outside of that, if I were you, I would probably always choose elongated. I think they're more comfortable. They are a little bit more pricey, so if you're on a super tight budget, maybe this is a hall bathroom or a kid's bathroom, then go ahead and choose the round bowl or get what works with your budget. So then the next thing after shape is height. So this is kind of clever on manufacturers' part. So for years, toilets were around 14 to 15 inches off the floor. Now they're making them 14 to 18 inches off the floor. So they're much more like sitting in a chair. Some of them call it chair height. Some of them call it comfort height. There's other names like that. It's just according to the brand. They all have their own little moniker. I really recommend that you always get the comfort height. I have seen people that have little kids that will get the shorter ones, but listen, they're going to grow up, and they grow up so dang fast. Just go ahead and get what you want in there. Don't try to size something for your children, because toilets can have a pretty long lifespan, so I wouldn't necessarily try to go with that. Let's see, what else on toilets? So if you go to Lowe's, and there's all of them down the wall, there's all different kinds of flushing mechanisms. There's easy to clean sides and all that. You know, my thought on that is the sleek ones do look nice on the side. I don't think it's that huge of a deal though. The thing is they're like, oh, they're so much easier to clean, because if you take a wet rag and wipe down the side of your toilet, it's dusty, and so all that dust and it gets to be hard to move. So don't do that. So vacuum it first with a horsehair brush, and then you get all that off of it, and you can just wipe it down real quick, and it's not a problem. I've never minded cleaning a toilet inside or out of it. So I don't know what the big deal is on that, but apparently a lot of people do hate it. And if you're one of those people, then get the ones that are easy to clean and just smooth on the side. Other things to take into consideration with toilets is that if you're doing a remodel, it is really beneficial to you to just go throw a tape measure on it, measure from the wall out to those little bolts on the side that hold it in the floor. So if you measure from the wall to those, you should be right at about 12 inches. If you're at 10 or further out, maybe 14, then you've got something going on there, and you've had to get a special toilet, because probably there's a floor joist running where they wanted to put the drain, so they had to offset it one way or the other. And if that's the case, you need to know that when you go to buy your toilet, so that you will get the correct rough in. And if that's the case, oh my God, go to your local plumbing supply store. They will know exactly what you're talking about. If you go into a big box store and try to start talking about the rough end of your toilet, the chances that you're going to run into somebody that knows what you're talking about and can get you what you need go down drastically. I'm not saying there's people there that don't know. There are, but will you get them? I don't know. I can't promise you that you will. So at any rate, I hope you found this helpful. So I've talked about vanities, buying your vanity cabinet. I've talked about buying your light fixture for above your vanity. I've talked about all the faucets, like your sink faucet, your shower faucet, and your faucet for your tub. And this week I'm talking to you obviously about the shower, the tub, and the toilet. Next week, I forgot what I'm going to talk about. I think I'm planning to talk about buying tile for your shower. I think that's what I'm going to cover next week, so you'll have to tune back in and see. But I hope you're finding this information helpful. It's great for a remodel, and also if you're going to build a new house, these are all the same decisions that you have to make, just a lot more of them for every single bathroom. So hopefully this information will be helpful for that also. If there's anything that you would like to know specifically, drop me a line. You can DM me, email me, whatever. Just give me a heads up and let me know what it is you want me to talk about, and I will be glad to do it. Thank you so much.